just too good.
Did that very nicely. That looked pretty easy. He generally loves to score leg side. Rizwan is very strong leg side. Showed that quite a bit in the white ball format. Be happy anything that gives him an opportunity to score on the leg side.
That red guy is moving. That's the red guy. Thank you.
Rizwan had an important partnership with Babar Azam in the first innings. They lost Babar Azam in the first innings. And then did this. Certainly not something he'd want to watch over and over. You just wonder then what his mindset is coming into this and how he's going to approach it after playing like that. It's such a crucial stage in the first innings. It'll be runs and handy ones for Pakistan. They've lost a few wickets, but they're chipping away at the deficit.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
एक कप और डबल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
Ufone 4G पे U-Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off-net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Sensodyne Rapid Action.
Coming around the wicket. Again, forcing him to play at it. Just seemed very late on it, Rizwan.
Yeah, just using the angle, but I think he's been done for pace here, Mohammad Rizwan. Reacted off the surface sharply, back into the right-hander. Just see how, yeah, that's been done for pace. If he can get the length right, he can bring those stumps into play. I think he's going to be a real handful with his new goon here, Quinn Parker.
Absolutely loving watching him, actually. It's all been sparing with just 12 overs in this innings. I'll say again that as he's come through the ranks and you've seen him at lower levels, juniors, you just wonder if a guy will have it for the level above, or the ultimate level, and this is it. 2020s, good pace there. 50 overs, really good pace there. And here he is in test matches, and what's been present each time is that natural pace, rushing batters through Rizwan there before the bat comes down. So the tools in abundance, really.
It's quite a responsibility on the shoulders of the selectors, isn't it, to select a youngster and put him up at this level and hope you've read the situation well.
Yeah, true. I think easier in some cases. When it comes to pace, it's pretty obvious. My God. Not everyone has it. And it's sticks out. Hurry. Great decision to go back. Wasn't that simple a second.
Yeah, no one expected him to come back for the second. Mohamed Rizwan is quick between the stumps. Spotted the opportunity with Corbin Boss on the fence. But yeah, just on the point of young Mapaka, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, one, but it's also a test that will put him in good stead for the rest of his career. In South Africa, very often you get spoiled because conditions often in favour of bowlers. Given conditions, given the way Pakistan has fought back in this game, you'd have learned a great deal rubbing shoulders with Kagiso Rabada, having to go through his processes, watching a Kagiso Rabada go about his business whilst on the job. And that's important. That is an experience that no one can give you. No amount of net bowling is going to give you that advantage as well. So brilliant.
Yeah, he'd only have dreamt about bowling in tandem with Rabada in a test match for South Africa with 10 years between them. That could well have kind of ended as a dream, because you don't necessarily start at 18, do you? And get picked.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
It's going to take a real reset between these two. 17-run partnerships has just started. They've had some crucial breakthroughs, South Africa, after that lunch break. Getting rid of the set shun Masood would have been one of the goals, and they've managed to achieve that. And don't forget, Pakistan effectively 6 down because of the injury to Saim Ayub. So South Africa looking for 4 more. Did he get outside the line? There'll be a few questions asked about that. He took a step forward and slightly across as well. Discussions with Rabada, the keeper involved again. Temba's involved too. And he said, I want the third umpire to look at this again.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've checked the ball's feet and it's a fair delivery. We've got a front on one ready, please. Ball's close to the back. We just got it off the post play and ready. Thank you. Clear gap between bat and ball. Got a ball tracking one ready, please. Pitching outside off. Impact umpire's call. Wickets umpire's call. Kumar, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Your on-screen signal now.
After they had sent it upstairs, Kagiso Rabada had said to the umpire, Kumar, why is that not out? And you can see why. Too high.
Again, if you just watched outside when the decision then had to be made, it's kind of being gun shy for the South Africans, because they don't want to just go, oh yeah, let's go and check. one, to use it wisely, two, to just not waste it. But there's also the other side. They don't want to not go in case it actually is plumb in front and they let one go. So probably have to kind of work out their method once again when it comes to DRS and whether they review or they don't. Bavuma desperately seeking somebody to tell him something on whether he should go or shouldn't go. Good thing there with the umpire's calls is that they don't lose that one.
Such an important part of the game, isn't it, when you do those referrals? You almost need to have your processes in check. Who's checking for what? One, I'd say the keeper's perhaps checking for the line. The fielder's at point. They'd be checking for height. And those are important clues when you are to make an informed decision whether to take that review or not. As a bowler as well, sometimes you have that feel of whether it's going to hit the stumps or not.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier with Shan Masood being dismissed, everyone sees the first angle and makes the decision. Same sort of scenario here. First angle, as you look at that, that looks stone dead, doesn't it? Because of the angle you're looking at it. And you're then asking, oh, that's not going over, is it? Doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's smashing into the stumps. And there's the decision maker. Oh, I don't know, says Verena. I don't know what I should do. Skipper says, right, I'm going upstairs. They're checking anyway. We're not losing another one.
Don't know that Timber even looked at Carl Verena there. I think he looked everywhere else but. Ends another over.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं इट वर्क्स।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Call, you're taking a big part out of your decision making whether you go upstairs or not, so it's important for him to have that confidence as well, and it can be so easily lose it, and it's very easy for us to have a laugh about it because at times it has been on the humorous side, but it is an important part of it all, and that decision making process for South Africa, especially going forward in this test match and trying to finish things off, could prove crucial. Right, Marco Jansen starts leg side into the surface.
Yeah, and this is important for Marco Jansen. It's important that he starts with a good intent. I think his energy levels, perhaps it's a little bit flat with that new ball yesterday afternoon for South Africa. But it's important that he backs up good work being done by Quinton Parker as well as Kagiso Rabada with the second new ball for South Africa. Because you'd certainly feel if you knock one over here, you'd open up a door. They're going to look for two. Oh, wisely decided against it. Because Corbin Boss, that is bullseye. Sets off and he called two initially, but then got sent back. That would have ended up disastrous. Natalie.
Disastrous for Pakistan, for sure. As they just continually chipping away at the deficit. It's now standing at 70.
Yeah, and it's just amazing what a couple of wickets does to a team, doesn't it? Different kind of energy from South Africa all of a sudden. Real buzz in the field, backing each other up in the field. Certainly look like a team that's on top again. Take nothing away from it. Excellent innings from the Pakistan captain, San Masood. That's what really put him at bay for a lengthy period of time, but a couple of changes in the field. It's like a leg slip coming into play. Point also up in the ring. I really enjoy this. This is much better from South Africa.
Yeah, we saw them try the leg slip, leg gully position in the first innings, particularly when Marco Jansen was bowling over the wicket. And trying it again. And there's a little break coming up, a couple of balls left, and there will be a drinks break, so you don't want to lose concentration now from Pakistan's point of view.
Yeah, and I'd actually encourage Marco Jansen to bowl a couple of short ones here. He's got a leg slip in play, he's got fine leg on the ring, deep square back.
Now that's clever, I think, because you've got the leg slip in and then just a little bluff by pushing it wider of the off stump, get him reaching for it.
Yeah, this is a shot because of that field placing. Mohammad Rizwan not committing to the front foot here, almost expecting that short ball to come. Mark Jansen is going across the right-handed Mohammad Rizwan.
South Africa are fired up, that is for sure. 352 for 5 it is. And we'll have a drinks break.
This drink break is brought to you by
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4 मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है.
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है.
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है. मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल. पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं इट वर्क्स.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं. सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है. मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल. पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं इट वर्क्स.
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4 मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
They trail by 69. Great day to come out and enjoy some test match cricket. If you're not at work at least. For a lot of young students and scholars, there's still an opportunity to enjoy a couple more days the festive break. And final time to see South Africa in a test match here at home ahead of that World Test Championship final next year.
the second new ball's been the key. There's been plenty of movement, plenty of times the ball going past the outside edge. Then it found the edge and it got through, stayed down. That one, there's no doubt about it. It bounced lower than was anticipated by Sean Masood, who had been there for a long time. And there's continued to be action. Really good from the South African trio that's used the new ball so far. That one was sent upstairs. 2 umpires' calls, not overturned in the favour of Kagiso Rabada.
Impact umpires call, wickets umpires call.
Plenty of action.
The original decision.
Pakistan needs 69 more to make it very interesting. So that would be like climb the mountain. So Pakistan would be looking at that figure of 69 and making sure that they get over that first massive hurdle, because that'll eat into time. That'll also sweat South Africa just a little bit, and this is a very good partnership in the making. Both experienced, both can do the job, Rizwan and Salman, but they have to see off the second new ball.
Jan Mulder bowling for the first time today. 5 overs last night, 9 for 16. We were in the build-up this morning. The deficit was 208. Still significant. Sean Masood managing to string together some useful partnerships. But 2 new batters at the crease. South Africa will feel buoyed. That deficit they've kept chipping away.
He needs to find some sideways movement, otherwise at that pace it'll be easy to negotiate this threat from Mulder. Pakistan need to continue to accumulate these singles. Just staying at the crease without much ado will sort of, I mean, it is needed, but runs are also critical. Middle order or tail-enders will have to then carve out a strategy to further make it tough for South Africa. I think they need every ounce of batting from the tail.
Sean Masood getting to 3 figures, everyone else getting to double figures, and for Pakistan it would have been so good to see somebody else kick on the way he did. Loved the way he batted, his temperament, just the energy that he provided to his batting partner.
Yes, it was an Herculean task really to set up the show after Pakistan's so-so performance, below par performance in the first innings. That took a lot of effort, mental effort, technical effort to get cracking again.
Fine now. Come on, it's fine now. If he doesn't move, it's okay. But if he's moving, then you have to stop.
Some disturbances. Look this one. Security guard just having to get out of the eye line. Either sit down.
It's okay. It's fine.
Just don't move.
It's always a bit amusing, isn't it, when you think of some of the South screens around the world, Lords in particular, where the final's going to be. Probably got the smallest South screen in the game, and there's ones with massive South screens that players still want people to sit down wide of them. That interruption nearly drags it onto his stumps.
Back up there.
He'll bat like this, Rizwan. There's always an opportunity for the opposition to nab him, but it's the way he bats. Busy at the crease, he'll keep on punching and poking and getting runs. Doesn't look convincing all the time, but he's got a method, and usually it works.
If you had chopped that onto the stumps, there might have been a few South Africans running past him going, don't worry about the South screen, just concentrate on the red kookaburra.
my fault. No. Dama, it's still moving, look. I was played, but...
There was lots of talk yesterday. Will South Africa enforce the follow-on or not? Some said, oh, they'd come out to bat. I had to go up to the coach this morning and I said, any second thoughts on enforcing the follow-on? He said, not at all. He said, we'd bat again. And I said, there were some thoughts about that. He said, with the lead over 400, they had to enforce the follow-on. Had Pakistan batted better in the first innings, the lead was only about 280, they probably would have batted again. He backs his team that Pakistan end up getting a lead. 3-5-6 for 5 at the moment. They trail by 65. He's comfortable that whatever's put on the board, they will be able to chase that down. But Rami set up a delicious little situation here that could work in Pakistan's favour.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to think like that if you're looking from Pakistani perspective. 65 more runs to make South Africa bat again. So the first target is to get over that line and then take it from there. And so if this partnership can add another 65, 5 wickets in hand and a plus score, day 5 surface, and day 5 surface has its own mechanics, dynamics. So you start playing the surface instead of the ball, and the situation can get to any team, irrespective of how well you've performed in the first innings. Tone of a fight back has been set up by Babar and Shan Masood, so I think that's a sort of good environment to be in the dugout. Good wave to make waves.
Yeah, that opening stand has really given Pakistan hope. It's been a remarkable fight back after they were made to follow on. Mohammad Rizwan, if he can get settled here, this partnership is 27 from 46. That's the partnership we're talking about, 205. Have a look, some really good partnerships there, 51 between Saad Shakil and Shan Masood. I think this partnership can kick on. As they knock off the deficit, make South Africa bat again.
With the way the field has been spread out, I think South Africans do not really mind the rotation of strike. I think they're pretty keen for Pakistan to field the ball on the bat and look for runs, look for singles, and Pakistan would happily take this. 3 slips and a gully now for the right-hander. The deep point comes in, so slight adjustment in the field, but overall there are vacant areas for this pair to milk the ones.
Definitely seems to be bowling a little bit more round on Marco Jansen in this spell that we've seen with the second year ball. And we're very interested to maybe see some release points on where he's operating from, because he is getting the ball to shape back nicely. You just always get that feeling with the height that he bowls from, and with a hard new ball, there's always that delivery where it doesn't shape and just goes across the left-hander and takes the edge and heads towards the slip cordon.
Maharaj talking about good old-fashioned test match cricket this morning in his interview with Pommy Mbangwa. That heart-stopping Centurion test to this, it's been a big slog for the bowlers.
I think this is fantastic though, in the development of this team. It's a relatively young side and they haven't been asked to really grind out wickets on surfaces which have been proven a bit more difficult to get them on. I think of Berger in the second innings against Sri Lanka, where they had to fight hard and came through that little test. as you go through your career and as a team goes through their careers, there's always those reference points of something a coach can say, do you remember when we played in Cape Town against Pakistan and we had to fight hard?
What about from Pakistan's perspective? Where is this team in the test format?
I mean, results haven't been coming and they're lagging behind the rest of the field, but you know, there've been glimpses of such fight backs of Pakistan playing good cricket for 3 days, but they've got to knit good cricket for 5 days, over a period of 5 days really, to earn good.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
एक कप और डबल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
The weight tours are always difficult to digest, to perform. But they played fighting cricket in both test matches. Centurion was a close thing, could have been Pakistan's. 99 for 8, 148 to get South Africa. It was touch and go.
Just imagine had Pakistan won in Centurion this game. Could the wicket have been a bit different maybe?
Yeah, I mean, instead of it being grassless, I'm sure there would have been a lot of grass.
Would have been a Vernon Fernandes special, potentially. Trapped on the crease. Oh, Kumar Damasina walks away. Bjorn Mulder's asking the question.
I think it's out.
Played. I think that is the only way he can get out of this. They don't go for a review. DRS timer is on. Oh, they've gone for it. Let's see.
TV umpires the director. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've checked the bowler's feet and it's a fair delivery. We've got front arm ready, please. Ball's close to the back. Can we go to ultra edge, please, when ready? There's a clear gap between bat and ball. Go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. And wickets umpire's call. Kumar, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by. Your on-screen signal now.
Yeah, the funny thing is Bjorn Mulder was trying as hard as he can to call Varanus Calls, which I didn't know was his nickname, but even once the decision's made, you have a look at him, he turns around to umpire Damasina as if to say, come on, you know, if you had put your finger up, then umpire's call, it goes my way. That's the element of this review system that we sometimes aren't aware of, is that it obviously depends on what the umpire said. And when the bowler thinks, well, it's definitely out, if it just goes up the finger, then that decision goes in the favour of Mulder. But I'm liking this approach. He's asking questions, he's looking more effective, he's looking like he's likely to pick up a wicket here. And this is looking good for South Africa.
Yeah, hitting the target from different points of the surface, closer to the stumps, getting the ball to come back inside edge. Maybe not, it's still a little high, I think. But he's asking decent questions, difficult questions.
It's plagued by no balls yesterday, Bjorn Mulder. It's good to see that he's right on the money here, keeping those stumps in play.
Wobbly seam. Yeah, look, middle and leg stump. Impact. And slightly on the higher side. Could also have been given out. Umpire's call in the end. Yeah, close, but not close enough. It's become kind of a pitch where driving has become a bit tedious. The ball is not coming onto the bat, so you really have to get to the pitch of the ball and not try to overhit it. That's the other thing that the batsmen need to remind themselves, that it's about timing now and maybe trying to defend first and then look to really go hard.
Yeah, when you look at that surface, it's got a bit of a jigsaw puzzle feel to it now by the close of play here on day 4. And just the edges of it sometimes wear a little bit. So when the ball lands there, it just holds up, just grips on the surface a bit and gets more difficult to drive.
End of the over, 360 for 5, Pakistan trail.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।